Finn, have you got any questions?
That's so.
Why are you asking Finn?
Because he did the prep.
He's got the fucking mic.
Go on. Have you got any
Katie
questions?
McElhinney, or whatever your name is, has been waiting, so I'm going to ask the Gary Beaky question. No, I'm messing.
I've
got a question for you and the boys. If you could live in any other time period, when would it be? Pick a decade or era. Personally, I'd go for the Tudor times. Something about the boobs in those dresses and the crotchless bloomers. I'd spent a lot of time in dark. That doesn't make any sense.
Does she know she could just wear them now?
I think it's on other people.
Oh.
Love the pod, making me laugh. So basically, if you go back to any decade or era, where would you go and why?
I mean, you're going to have trouble enjoying those, voluptuous Tudor breasts with your 41-year life expectancy. And also, that's like a lot depends on being a member of the court. Like if you're just one of these people who's got cholera and is busy like vomiting poo all the time. Oh, this is not actually what I asked for. I should have specified a high-ranking member of Tudor society. This has absolutely backfired on me. I hate having cholera.
It does say if you could not have cholera, would you not?
I think it would be very beneficial to me to go back just like even 30 years maybe, like to just before I was born. Because I think a lot of my opinions, I've got some progressive opinions, but some are considered a little bit regressive.
Yeah.
But if you take me back 30 years, I am the most progressive man on the planet at the time. You can all marry each other and you're all welcome.
That's nice. You would have been a real lefty, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 85.
Yeah. Do you know what's interesting is that Priti Patel's dad ran for UKIP. So, like, to her parents, she's like this real renegade lefty who kind of, Priti's a hippie joining the Tories, like fucking kids, She'll grow out of it. She'll join UKIP like a good old dad. Okay, yeah, that's a good shout. So 30 years ago gets you to 1990. 1990 are boom years. Yeah. Do you want several credit cards and a mortgage? Yep. Do you want a home that won't destroy you? Yep. Yeah.
Perfect. 85, 70 to 85. Got a 5-year run up at the 90s. Fucking nail it.
I wouldn't enjoy the football too much, I don't think. I wouldn't want to relive that.
No, but I could become manager of Liverpool Football Club and change the way the club's run and get rid of United's success of the 90s.
Okay. Well, I hadn't factored that in. That was stupid of me. But now you've put it like that.
You're not going back with superpowers. You're just going to a different.
No, but I know modern football tactics from now, don't I?
How are you getting the fucking job?
What? I'll just go in with a presentation about gegenpressing. I'll take some videos with me at Klopp's Liverpool. Like, I'm gonna do this.
Like the Almanac from Back to the Future. You've just got a couple of video cassettes of 1920 Liverpool. You're going in there like, right, Tony. Yeah, stop boozing. It's obviously shit for you. Everybody needs to do more running. And, we're going to do a thing called a rondo, okay? All get in a circle and pass it, and then some maniac's going to try and tackle you, right? Stop, put that beer down. Okay, great. Yeah, this is good. I think, if we look at, the way that things progress, then I would easily have as much... I reckon I'm as good a football manager as Neil Warnock. There's no way I could be worse. I know less than him. I couldn't possibly know less than him.
Do you reckon?
No, not really. But it felt like you were going to pressure the point, and I wanted to bail out of it. But no, it's just a joke for the podcast. But
you probably do. You probably are a better football manager than the average manager of the 80s.
Yeah.
You could probably go back then with your knowledge of modern football.
Are you saying I'm a better manager than Bill Shankly?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. You said at the 80s, and I'm going quite before the 80s.
He said exactly when it was better.
Okay, wait.
You did say the average manager.
The average manager. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, you call him Bill Shankly an average manager? Because that sounds like what you just said.
It's weird, isn't it? Because they always have these debates about would X football team from today beat X football team from the 90s? Who's the better? Is it Man United's treble winners? Would they beat? Man United's treble winners wouldn't beat today's Tottenham.
No,
they're just not in the same physical condition, and their tactics are 20 years behind. They'd get hammered 9 times out of 10. It would just be a fucking bloodbath. But that's because sprinters are faster now than they were.
Yeah.
People are running minute mark or
How low down the current football pyramid do you think could beat Liverpool's 77 Champions League winning team? European Cup winning team.
77.
I think Wolves would turn them over.
Yeah.
Adama
No, but do you
Traore,
think like?
when he goes, well, he's left, hasn't he? Imagine Adama Traore.
But do you think
against,
like
Alan Hansen.
Plymouth would beat them? Like today's like.
I don't know. That's really interesting. I think maybe like.
Do you think like Total Network Solutions from the Northern Welsh Premier League?
Probably not.
Do you think
I
they
don't
would
think Total
be?
Networks. Haven't they renamed themselves?
Yeah.
It's still TNS though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Total New Saints.
The New Saints.
Oh, that makes more sense. Well done, them. I quite like Total New Saints. It sounds like a kind of porn magazine for people whose fetish is saints. Here we've got John Paul II in a bikini.
No, but imagine like Jan Molby versus like N'Golo Kante.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't even be fair, would it?
No, you'd have people, you'd have people coming on with stretchers, and then if they're carrying off Jan Molby, struggling to hold the stretcher.
Just play around them.
Like a horse at the Grand National, just put a thing around them and shoot them in the head.
Yeah. I'm going back to the mid-80s. I reckon that's where I'd thrive.
All right.
As a comic.
Definitely as a comic.
Right.
Okay. You gonna wear a condom?
What?
Wear a condom if you're going back there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Just checking. I care about you.
Yeah.
Care about you.
I don't want to go.
I'd like to go back to. I'd like to be 20 in 2002. I think
Why?
it's a bit easier to get on TV. I think.
Didn't that happen? Hang on, 50. That wasn't that far away, was it? You must have been like 20.
No, in 2002 I would have been 14.
All right, okay.
6 years difference. No, I'd quite like to go back to the. I think the 50s would probably be quite good. I'd like because if I could become 20 in 1960, I've chosen it. Fuck. I've done it. Yeah,
Why?
brilliant. Because I could buy a flat in Harley Street for $5,000.
You would have
I
been
could
an
listen
infant child
to-
during World War II, though.
Yeah, but I made it. Fuck everyone else. Oh, look, it's fucking mum telling me about the sirens again. Shut up, mum. I'm listening to the Beatles. Oh, I don't like the Beatles. You wouldn't, bitch. I'm a very aggressive child in the 60s for some reason.
Is this still your mum as well?
No, it's not. It's not my mum. It's a bad mum. In the 60s because my dad's dead from war, and it wasn't even like he was actually an RAF pilot who went to go and save people at Dunkirk, and then his plane got shot. He didn't die in the plane getting shot. He was ejected, and he landed on the beach and went, "Oh, I've just been trying to save you all, but I got shot down by the Luftwaffe." And then everybody went, "Fuck you," because everybody on the beach hated the RAF because they weren't plentiful enough in amount, I believe, as it was put on the front lines, and they would push them off the boats, the RAF. So my dad was pushed off the boat and let to drown in the sea, and if he was as fit as David Walliams, he would have just swam it, wouldn't he? But he was weak, so he died.
So why are you going back to the 60s?
To listen to the Beatles as they I just got taken away in my fictitious dad's death fantasy. And I think my mum's got a different name and a different sort of vibe to her. She's probably she would have been a nurse and one of the land girls during the war. As my old pop used to say, they were a fine bunch, the land girls.
What's a land girl?
The land girls were people who took the
Couldn't swim.
vacated. They weren't amphibious. That's for damn sure. The amphibious girls were something quite different. I believe there's a Del Toro film about it. Is that the one that won the Oscar where she falls in love with the fish? Anyway, imagine pitching that. I fall in love with a fish and then try and fuck it. Anyway, can I have an Oscar, please? No. Go
Now.
away.
Can I have the Oscar now?
In the pitch. Got an idea for a film, and I believe this is where you pick up Oscars as well.
That's it. Also, I'd go back to the 60s and pitch all my least favourite films.
What's a land girl?
Oh, sorry.
You are the most, you tangent insane.
He's had 17 modafinil and a can of sneak. Leave the man alone.
I've actually got adult ADHD.
So is he.
People with adult ADHD always tweet about it with such focus. One of my new jokes. It's quite short form, doesn't really fit my style. Anyway, the land girls took vacated jobs men vacated in the Second World War.
Okay.
And were girls of the land,
Bricklayers, plumbers,
farmers.
I mean, surely they were.
welders.
Shirley, they were called other things as well. Yeah.
Fortune 500 CEOs.
And you're in America.
Yeah.
Fortune 500.
They really were.
I'll do that.
They would have fine bunched those land girls.
So you're going back to the 60s, specifically listen to the Beatles.
Yeah, and all the other good stuff. And then when I'm 30, I'm a little bit more mature. I can do my Joni Mitchell, my Neil Young, my Tom Waits, my Bruce Springsteen, and I get to see them. I would be, but also, yeah, it'd be pretty great, wouldn't it? And also, Liverpool pretty dominant. House prices are fucking low. Fashion's cool. It doesn't quite feel like kind of capitalism has pervaded the psyche of the populace in quite the same way it has. You don't have social media, so nobody's like sort of like glaringly and like unrelentingly mentally ill. Children aren't addicted to porn. It's a great time.
Any more questions?
I always get a bit too serious on the questions. Got a few have a word bad habits, and one of them is taking the questions too seriously.